Well, hello, YouTube. Steve Patton with General Patton Bushcraft back with you, friends, back out in the backyard. And it is time to practice the bow drill fire making method. Let's see if we can't bring it to flame. Stay with me.
Thank you so much for stopping by General Patton's Bushcraft and Self-Reliance on YouTube. I appreciate everything you do for the channel and all your support.
All right, friends, let's look at the 5 components of the bow drill set. Right here, I got my super long spindle. This is made out of cedar. We're going to clean this tip up a little bit, and we're going to sharpen this end up for our fat wood bearing block. This is our fat wood bearing block. We don't want any drag in here, so we need to take some of this meat off around here, make it more like a pencil, so this will spin freely and we get no drag. Spindle, bearing block. Of course, this is the bow. I got a nice bend in this bow. I've repaired it with some yellow string. It broke on me, but I've been using it for years like that. This is our piece of leather. We're going to catch our ember underneath the hearth board or motherboard, or I forget the other name, but there's several names. Fireboard, I've heard it called, but we have a little bit of meat here on this one, a little bit of meat here on that one, a little bit of meat on this one, and this one's pretty thin, so we're not going to go with this one. Set that aside. We'll go with this one. I think I might use this guy here, this hole, and we'll put the piece of leather underneath to catch our ember as the dust fills up, falls out of that V-notch onto our leather. All right, friends, let's take our Mora knife and let's sharpen up this end of our spindle. I'm taking the meat off where I think we're going to get some drag on that hole that's in the bearing block. So I'm just going around and I'm taking the meat off of here, make this more like a pencil, a sharp pencil. We could save those shavings for our fire when we're getting ready to bring it to flame. So I might do that. If enough of them stay up on this piece of granite, we'll save those. Maybe put that in our bird's nest. Take your time. You got to have patience. If you don't have a lighter or a ferro rod, you need patience. Preparation is everything when you go to make fire. Take your time and do a good job preparing all of your supplies, all of your bird's nest, your tinder bundle, all your fines, mediums, and larges. on the sticks that you may be using to get that fire going. So let's see what I'm talking about. See, that's going to spin nicely. I'm not going to have any drag on here, slowing it down and heating it up. And the fat wood in here, this liquid gold, this orangey amber color, acts as a lubricant. Okay. Now let's work a little bit on the blunt end. This is the blunt end that's going to go on the fireboard like this. So I want to take off all that chard. I'm going to go all the way around. Take my time. Got to have a good attention span. These videos are not AI, 100% authentic. It's really my voice. It's really me doing this. Now's a good time, if you appreciate that, to hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. Give the video a like, friends. If you can appreciate non-GMO videos, full length, long form content, non-AI, a real man out here really doing it, really making the mistakes and enjoying the successes. Fire making is super fun to me. So if I got a little bit of downtime, if I got 30 minutes extra, I'm going to either try a bow drill, I'm going to try a flint and fire steel, I'm going to use a ferro rod, I'm going to use cotton ball fire roll. I just keep rotating them, keep practicing. So we just about got this cleaned up, friends. I don't really want to point on this end. Alright, I'm going to go with this here. Looks decent. We'll save all those shavings. And then this blunt end, this will go right in here. See if we can't make some nice dust to create an ember. Alright, let's get set up. Load the bowl. Fat wood bearing block on top. Left foot forward. Right knee back. Don't look at that ugly toe. I had a serious injury. Almost cut that toe completely off. The nail's growing back. It's a little bit ugly, but it's getting better. Alright, let's go ahead and warm it up. When I see smoke, I'll pick up the pace a little bit. Smelling it. I usually smell it before I see it. Starting to see some little wisps of smoke. We did get an ember, luckily, friends. My divot broke out on me. That was a well-worn divot. I've made multiple fires out of that divot. So we're going to try to nurse this ember. Let it sit there and bake, cook, coalesce. See if we can't make it happen, friends. I'm going to get some pine needles. You guys keep an eye on that. I'm going to let this coalesce a little more, and I'm going to go and get those shavings, friends. I'm going to resituate the camera. Buckle up. I don't want to edit. I don't want to cut. I don't want AI. I want you guys to see this is the real deal. Our ember's still right there. Same ember. No cheating. No fakery. No trickery. So I'm going to take some time on this bird's nest. I'm going to get those shavings. Put those in here. I'm going to get some of these pine needles off the ground. If I can find some dry ones. And I'm going to break these up as fine as I can get them. Just keep folding them over, mashing them down. There's the bird nest. Put a little bit of this in here. Let's transfer our ember. I'm going to really baby this. Gently give it some oxygen. I don't have a lot of dust. I don't have a big ember. You saw that fireboard break loose on me when I was really getting after it. I'm gently blowing on it, friends. Really nursing it. All right, friends, that was a fun one. That's what I like when I have some adversity. You saw that divot break loose. My spindle went flying. I had to scavenge up that little tiny ember and nurse it into flame, friends. That was super fun. I didn't give up. That's the main thing. Even though my spindle blew out of that divot, I didn't give up, stayed with it. I didn't edit the video. You saw that, friends. All the way to flame. Give the video a thumbs up. Okay, friends, that was a fun one. Spindle blew out of the fireboard, salvaged that tiny ember, brought it to flame for you all to see. Patience paid off today, friends. It was a good practice. I thank you for stopping by the channel. I appreciate everything you do for the channel. All your views, all your likes, all your shares, most importantly, all your comments, friends. If you feel so inclined on this tough one, you can buy me a coffee. Hit the link in the description box. Also, drop by my website, GeneralPattonBushcraft.com. Hit the shop button. I got 10 awesome books for you to pay for and download. Lots of great information. And as always, please don't depart from the faith. And if you haven't already, give your life to Christ. Do it today. Don't wait. And as always, God is good. God is great. I see y'all on the next video. Already got a date.